But with that being said, Tristan, let's fucking go. Let's do this. Browns,
Yes.
Bengals, week
Yes.
one,
So,
Cleveland, Ohio. I want to just mention this. I've mentioned this every time I've talked about it, but I just want to. I don't think it's super important, but I just want to throw it out there. It's gonna be a beautiful day. 73 degrees, overcast. It's gonna be nice. I'll be there. I can't wait. The line Monday was -2.5 Cincy. So there's a lot of things going into this game that I think are important, but I want to let you go first. I want to see what you think and see if we're
yes.
thinking along the same lines here. So, Tristan, Browns Bengals week 1. Let's go.
First thing I'll say before I delve too deep into it, funnily enough, my history as a Browns fan, and whenever we discuss the weather, is thinking about kicker. And I don't think we
Oh,
talked about bringing in
we
Dustin
got D
Hopkins on
Hop.
the
We told you.
podcast.
We told y'all. D
D-Hop,
Hop is coming to Cleveland. We
we
told y'all, and
told
y'all
y'all.
didn't listen.
We told y'all. And we told y'all that we would get
did.
him, and we would trade for him, and we only had to get rid of a
Who would have
7th round
thought?
pick.
7th round pick for D Hop.
And his cap hit is significantly lower than we thought. No,
Dude,
but,
people are rolling their eyes
but,
so hard.
seriously, oh, I know. Oh man. But yeah, no, I'm excited for him though, and it'll be a, hopefully, cross our fingers, a good season.
I'm not
with
worried
him.
about it anymore.
But I'm not too worried about it either. But week 1, Cincinnati Bengals. Man,
Let's go, dude.
we're gonna get into
So
this. We're gonna get into this at the
Mhm.
end of the show about how tough this division is, and these first 4 games, 3 are interdivision, and you know, in this stretch of games, you can either set yourself up for success
Yep.
this season from those first 4 games, or you could kill your season. And honestly, like, we have to be ready to go week 1. And the way I see it, every single time that the Browns have been able to get at Joe Burrow, by get at, I mean 2+ sacks, we have found success. And the reason why that is because our guys in man-to-man coverage are good enough to allow the defensive line enough time to get pressure. We've seen it time and time again, and I think that when it comes to this team and when it comes to this game, Joe Burrow is not going to be 100%. We know this, okay? He'll play. Absolutely he'll play because it's just a calf injury. However, he is not going to be at 100%. With that being said, you have to respect the upgrades that the Bengals did make to their offensive line, bringing in Orlando Brown to be their star left tackle. You've got Jonah Williams, who's going to be at right tackle, who is injury prone, as well as the other guy who's their other right tackle, who I think Lyle Collins is hurt right now.
He's on the pup list.
Yeah. So, but with that being said, we've had success against these guys in the past with worse defenses. And this is without a shadow of a doubt the best defensive line we've had. Now, they do have
What was
updates.
that? I saw that.
No.
I don't know what that was. It looked like a feather.
You know what? It's probably my cat. My cat, like, he's probably around here somewhere. And he sheds like crazy. But anyways, it's just scared the Jesus out of me. But but with that being said, this is the best defensive line we've had in quite a while. And you're seeing the depth that we've got at that position making plays in the preseason. And that was without Myles Garrett. And that's always been the number one downfall of this team, was we had not been able to get pressure when Myles Garrett's not on the field. And even when he is on the field, he just gets doubled and we still don't get pressure. So I don't think that's going to be the case this year. And the thing is like, me and you both, we have not been high on Zach Taylor. We have not. I still am not high on Zach Taylor. I don't care about the Super Bowl and the conference championship. I think that's just how good Joe Burrow is and how elite the talent is he has at the wide receiver position. And I think he's got one of the best defensive coordinators in the league in Lou Anarumo on the other side of the ball. I don't think Zach Taylor himself is a great head coach. And it showed itself in the previous matchup against the Browns. They have been one of the only teams that has been dumb enough to put, whether it was Jonah Williams typically on the left side, on an island with Myles Garrett. They've done it regularly, and they haven't been doubling Myles. They haven't been, that's part of the reason why we've had so much success against them, is because they go to these wide, like the spread look with all these receivers on the field and the tight end and a back out of the backfield. They put 5 guys on the line, and they don't make the proper adjustments to deal with Myles Garrett. Now that we have more talent in there, I understand they have their upgrades, but now that we have more talent in that defensive line group, I expect that we're going to get pressure. I expect it. Our secondary, I feel like, is more organized, and I think it's improved at the safety position. So I feel like our defense is going to be able to keep their offense quiet. When it comes to the other side of the ball, Lou Anarumo was, like I said, one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. With that being said, they don't have a single one of their safeties from last season returning. They've got some major changes to their secondary. I worry that these guys that he's going to be relying on don't have the proper experience and, will struggle. I think that the team that we were to finish last season at the wide receiver room, it felt like it was like copy paste. Like every guy had a similar skill set. Nobody really stood out. Now with guys like Elijah Moore and Cedric Tillman added in there, you feel like there's more diversity in that group where, I'm expecting Elijah Moore to be a guy that has the ball in his hands quite frequently. He's had a good preseason, a good camp.
You're gonna laugh.
I'm excited to see
You're
how
gonna
it
laugh
translates.
when you hear my
I'm going to be excited.
You're literally going, doo, doo, doo.
Oh, here's the other thing. I want to bring this up. I have it saved in our chats. You know what? I'll see if I can pull it up. I have this saved in our chats. Ready for this, guys? So back when we first got
Elijah I know
Elijah
what you're
Moore,
gonna say. Yeah,
I told Derek. So here, hold on.
He's pulling receipts.
All right. So I told Derek I thought Elijah Moore was great. And this is what this man had to say. Well, let's see if it goes.
No, you're not going to be able to.
For those
you're
who
not
can't
going to be able
read
to see it. Yeah.
That says Moore is a diva, is kind of a diva, not going to lie.
Okay.
For forcing his way out of New York. I think he forced his way out of New York because he realized that he has so much talent, so much potential.
You know what's funny?
And I believe he's going to go off this year.
I saw that save today, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, I wonder why he saved that. Like, I was like, that's weird. And then you pull it out today. But you can.
I knew it was going to be relevant at some point.
Keep going, though. Keep going. Because I'm going to rant when I go.
Yeah, and I'm kind of working my way up here. I think that most teams that prepare for the Browns, at least in the past, have been focused on what can we do to shut down Nick Chubb? What can we do to shut down this run game? And even when that was the only focus of some teams, they still didn't succeed at it. And now that we have a legitimate threat at quarterback in Deshaun Watson, I actually think that this run defense or this run offense could be, like this year, could be way more effective than they ever have been. And that's saying something. And that's really saying something. I really feel confident this week. Not because I don't think the Bengals are a good team. I think they are. I just think that they have a lot to figure out. I think that the secondary's got to figure it out. Again, I told you, like, I'm not a big fan of Zach Taylor. The additions to the offensive line, you're pretty much switching Jonah from left to right, which I know he did play right tackle in college. I'm pretty certain.
I thought he played left.
I think
but I could be wrong.
I thought he did. I'm not sure. I know he has experience at right. I know that for a fact. Like he's got some playing experience there. But either way, there's a lot of adjustments to that team, and you could argue the same thing for us. But it's not at positions where chemistry really, really matters. At least in my opinion. I think we added guys to our receiving room The lines has stayed together. The running game has stayed together. I'm really looking forward to this game, and oh man, I'm so
Yep.
pumped. I'm so pumped football's here, and I really hope that this Browns team can confirm all the things that I've seen with my eyes this Sunday.
Yeah. Whew, okay. Are you ready for this? You're gonna hear everything you said just in a different way. Um
Sounds
so
good.
yes, couple let me just give you my keys to start things off and then we'll dive into it a little bit. So, my number one thing and the most important factor in this game for the Cleveland Browns to win, if they can do this, they will 1000% win. Attack Joe Burrow. And I'm not talking about Greg Williams attack, pressure constantly, right off the bat. I'm telling you, pressure like you've never seen the Cleveland Browns defense run. I almost said Joe Woods, Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz, absolutely. I know he's not a big pressure guy. He's a big get there with the four up front. For the love of God, when that ball is snapped and the Cincinnati Bengals are on offense to kick this game off, blitz the living shit out of the Cincinnati Bengals. Orlando Brown, great addition, yes. But Jonah Williams playing at right tackle, that's a different spot. I know he's been practicing at it, whatever, but it's still not a simple transition. The Browns have the ability now to absolutely dominate. And if they come up with ways to blitz in a smart fashion, I'm talking about even if you want to have just your four guys, bring JOK, bring Grant Delpit. Like, come up with ways to get the job done. I would even say, like, if you want to throw in rotation, like a Mike Ford corner blitz off the edge, that's not a bad idea. You have got to test Joe Burrow early and often. That calf is going to be a big problem. I don't care if he says he's ready or not. When you're in a position where you have to buy time, create space, and make a play, that is not easy to do when you're on an injury. And if you can get in his head early and often, I cannot emphasize that enough. Not second drive, not third drive. I'm talking first drive down their throats defense. That is what we need to kick this game off because it's a mentality game. Football is all about mentality. And if you can get in your opponent's head right off the bat like that, the Browns will be in a very good spot throughout the rest of the game. Even if you want to lighten up and kind of, take the pressure off a little bit, just that threat, that reminder of, hey, this is what we have now. We have Zadarius Smith. We have Dalvin Tomlinson. Like, we have all these pieces. They have to feel that early. You have to get pressure. Second thing, corner's got to step up. Denzel Ward is coming off of a concussion. He's going to play. Don't know how much. He's expected to play a significant amount. But let's be honest here. Are we expecting Denzel Ward to play the full time? I'm not. What do you think, Tristan?
No. And funny thing you say that. A lot of people are saying that we need Denzel to be on Jamar. If memory serves me correct, Jamar Chase, we've primarily thrown Greg Newsome on him, and we've always had a safety kind of over top, always doubling and taking him out. Where the concern with oh my gosh, Denzel Ward is with T. Higgins, because T. Higgins is a fantastic receiver, but